Adobe Photoshop Tutorial 1, Step 2, adding in an image you have edited. Go to the File menu and open Beach Scene. You should have now two windows open. You can see the tabs both here at the top. You can separate them by clicking on one and pulling it down, and then clicking on the other and pulling it down. And you should be able to see both of those images floating on the desktop. So now I want to make the duck active, and I have the background selected. If I go to select and inverse, now I just have the duck selected, not the background. Click on the Move tool, which is the top tool on the left toolbar, and then click on the duck and drag it onto the beach scene. And you should see your cursor has a little plus sign just below it to show that you've added something to that file. And there you have the duck on the beach scene. So now we're going to drag this file back up to the top so it takes up most of the room, and I can close the duck because I don't need it and I don't need to save any changes. If you look at the layers palette on the right, you should have a background layer which is your beach scene and layer 1 which is the duck. Double click on layer 1 and call it duck. I also want to resize the duck. To do that, I've got a couple of options. I can go Edit, Transform, Scale, and you'll notice that you get a frame with handles on it. Or the shortcut to transform is Control T. To change the size of the duck, I pull these handles in. But you'll notice as I pull this, it changes scale, it goes out of proportion. Control Z to undo. If I hold the Shift key down and pull one of the corners, I can actually change the size of the duck to the size I want, and it keeps the duck in proportion. I'm going to double click inside the frame to deselect. Use the selection tool again to move the duck around to a position so it looks like it's swimming on the water. I might make mine a little smaller.